Usually, when people talk about things they found in the ground, they're talking about thousands of years old fragments that you need an archaeology degree to understand. But right here, far out in the Danish countryside, we find a bridge that was buried for 89 years. This story begins in 1897, where a privately owned narrow gauge railway was being constructed. Its main purpose was to transport goods and people from several small villages to the major port and trading town of Horsens. On the way, the railway needed to cross the river Gudenåen, and to do this, they built, at the time, Denmark's largest railway bridge. The line became quite popular, so in the early 1920s it was started to upgrade and integrate the line into the Danish railway network. This meant to extend the line, but also converted it from narrow gauge to standard gauge. This, however, presented a problem for the bridge, as it had only been built to withstand the relatively light trains of narrow gauge railways. At the same time, a small hydroelectric power station was being planned nearby. It would see most of the river water be redirected to flow through the power station instead of under the bridge. This meant there was no longer a need for the bridge. Instead, a regular earth bank could be built to support the tracks and the heavier trains. Unfortunately, planners quickly figured out that the bridge would be extremely expensive to tear down, but it would also be extremely expensive to reinforce and refit so it could support the heavier trains. So in the end, the bank was built around the bridge. The bridge in and of itself would not be strong enough to hold the new trains, but when encased in a bank of compacted dirt, it would probably do. So in 1924 and 1925, the bridge was buried. New tracks were laid on top, and two pipes were also installed in the bottom to allow the water not used by the power station to flow through. This lasted until April 2014, where a nature conservancy project seeking to re-establish the waterways dug up the bridge. The bridge was found to be in remarkably good condition, so this turned into a restoration project. And so, in December 2014, the original bridge opened again, this time as a pedestrian and cycling bridge. The original bridge still stands. The only new added features is the pedestrian deck and handrails. The railway closed many years ago, but most of it has by now been turned into nature path open to the public.